Some of the best businesses you can buy aren't listed anywhere, and most buyers never even think to look for them. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find businesses that aren't listed for sale, why this works, and how to approach owners the right way without being awkward or pushy. Before we go any further, this only works if you've already decided what industry you want to be in, right? If you're bouncing between industry to industry, direct outreach won't help you. You'll just get confused and waste time. This is one of the most effective ways I see serious buyers find opportunities, but only when it's done intentionally. If you want help doing this the right way, the link below will take you to my free first-time business buyer community, Firewatch Business Lab on school.com. This is where we walk through the process step by step and look at real deals, real examples together, and I'll help you evaluate the deal you're looking at. Most business owners aren't actively trying to sell. They're busy running their businesses, right? Dealing with employees, customers, stress, and they haven't even stopped to think about an exit. Direct outreach works because you're catching owners before they decide to sell, before they even talk to a broker. And here's the good thing about that. You're not competing with dozens other buyers. You're just starting a conversation. Let me give you a real example on how this actually happens, because most off-market deals don't start with spreadsheets or emails. Okay, I had a client who was a regular at a local retail business. She shopped there for years, got to know the staff, eventually got to know the owner. Nothing formal, no negotiations, just normal conversations over time. One day, completely out of the blue, the owner of the business asked one simple question. Do you know anyone who would be interested in buying my business? My client wasn't even looking for a business to buy, but she understood the business, she trusted the location, and she already had a relationship with the owner. The one conversation turned into a few more. Then financials, then due diligence, and eventually she bought the business. The deal was never listed. There was no broker, no bidding war, no competition. It happened because of proximity, trust, and timing. And that's what off-market deals really mean. It's not cold calling. It's being present, being known, and being ready when the opportunity shows up. And that's why this works, especially when you already know the industry you're focused on, right? Sometimes the opportunity doesn't show up the right way, and that waiting can be frustrating and discouraging. Even if you're doing everything right, but this process rewards patience and perseverance, not urgency. And that's why I love Romans 5:3-4. Not only so, but we also glory in the sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance produces character, and character hope. Romans 5:3-4, the NIV. Now, we all know that everything starts by choosing one industry, not five, not anything that'll cash flow, just one industry, okay? Like home services, professional services, local retail, niche B2B services. When you focus on one industry, guess what? Patterns start to appear to you, and that's where your confidence comes from. Step 2 is build a simple target list. You don't need fancy software to do this. You just need Google Maps, Yelp, industry directories, driving around and just looking. And what you're looking for is established businesses, signs of an owner that's involved, businesses that look steady, not necessarily flashy. Your goal isn't perfection, your goal is conversations. Step 3 is what to say. This is where most people just freeze up, but it's simpler than you really think. Set expectations clearly. You're not asking if the business is for sale. You just want to start a conversation, like this one. Hi, I'm Jason. I'm local. I've been looking at businesses in this industry and not sure if you've ever thought about an exit, but I'd love to introduce myself and learn more about your business. Wow, it works. You want to know why it works? Because it's respectful, it's low pressure, and it's honest. If the answer is no, then you thank them and move on. If the answer is maybe someday, hey man, that's a win. What do you do next? Well, if someone has opened up the conversation, your next step is simple. Meet in person if possible. Ask about their story. Understand their role that they play day to day. This is very important. You're learning, not pitching. Here's some common mistakes to avoid, and here's what not to do. Don't pressure them. Don't talk price too early. Don't act like a broker. You're building trust, not trying to close the deal on the very first conversation. I've seen buyers make this mistake, like treating the direct outreach as a sales pitch instead of a relationship. And when that happens, trust is gone before it even has a chance to form. From the owner's perspective, they're not talking to a buyer, they're actually being sold to sell. And business owners, they are very sensitive to that because this isn't just an asset to them. It's years of their life. They've been putting a lot into this business to build it. If you push too hard, talk price too early, or sound scripted, you signal that you care more about the deal than the person who built it. Trust is built when the owner feels respected, understood, and unpressured. That's why the goal of direct outreach is not to close, it's to listen. The deals that actually happen come from conversations. They don't feel like deals at all. Off-market deals aren't about luck. They're about clarity, focus, and being willing to start conversations people avoid. And when you do this, opportunities will come your way. If you want help applying this to real businesses, real deals you're looking at, the link below will take you to my free first-time buyers Firewatch Business Lab on school.com, where we talk about the deals that you're looking at. I'll give you real-life examples and we'll evaluate some businesses. The next video you should watch is how to use BizBuySell the right way, which is an online business selling site. But you need to know how to evaluate the deals. So come to the lab and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, buy a business, not a 24/7, 365 job.